Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. Ganga Maya Adhikari breaks a hunger strike after 45 days following government assurance. Medical sector puts pressure on the government to address Dr. Keshi's demands. Questions raised over caliber of private and personal aids of ministers as the atrocities on the rise in recent time. A suicide bomber kills at least 128 people at a campaign rally in southwestern Pakistan. And French striker Mbappe becomes the toast of the football world with his speed and guile. Croatian cabinet dons national jersey in tribute of the team. Let's begin with the national political updates. Ganga Maya Adhikari broke her hunger strike yesterday following government assurance to address her demands. Adhikari had been staging a hunger strike for the past 45 days, demanding action against perpetrators who were involved in the killing of her son during the insurgency period. Ganga Maya received juice from Chairman of National Human Rights Commission Anup Raj Sharma to break a fast unto death. Ganga Maya accepted the proposal of the Minister for Law, according to which a committee will be formed to implement the 5-point agreement she had struck with the government in 2015. Ganga Maya has given a deadline of 10 days to the government to start process for the implementation of the agreement. She has otherwise said she would resume her hunger strike. Meanwhile, doctors from across the country have continued with different kinds of protest programs calling the government to address Dr. Govinda Keshi's demands. Dr. Keshi is on his 15th round of hunger strike for the past 15 days in Jumla, demanding major reforms in the country's medical sector. Contrary to their earlier modes of protest programs, doctors staged an open-air clinic at the capital's Maitigar Mandala, where a number of people thronged for ENT and other regular checkups. Despite apparent failure to draw the government's attention, the protest as such has helped raise the public response. The protesting doctors also requested the government to save the life of Dr. Keshi by attending to his demands at the earliest, citing that the issues raised by him reflect the demands of the countrymen rather than an individual. The doctors also warned of continuing the OPD services in the open as a protest unless Dr. Keshi's demands were addressed. Likewise, the Nepal Medical Association has drawn the attention of different political parties to address Dr. Keshi's demands, citing that his health condition has aggravated by the day. The government, on the other hand, has not taken any initiative towards attending to Dr. Keshi's demands through negotiation and is adamant on flying the protesting doctor to Kathmandu from Jumla. The protesting doctors have warned of more stern protest in the days ahead if the government continues with its indifference. Experts have warned that the entire health sector could further plunge into disarray if an outlet to the current scenario remains elusive. The government has set a provision of private or personal secretary for the assistance of Prime Minister, ministers, parliamentarians and high-level government officials. However, a majority of personal secretaries are found focused on abusing power more than playing the role of an associate. Dr. Bhojraj Adhikari of the National Trauma Center was forcefully taken to the Home Ministry earlier this week at the direct order of Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa's political advisor Surya Subedi Pathik. The kind of treatment meted out in Dr. Adhikari resembled an act of abduction rather than any genuine bureaucracy. Likewise, the Prime Minister's personal secretariat resorted to forcefully call back the Vice-Chancellor of Sanskrit University from the airport earlier this month. Going by the experience of a number of government administrators, the personal secretaries of ministries and high-ranking officials are often used to fulfill illicit and vested interest of the people in power. It has been a practice to appoint personal secretaries based on political affiliation rather than any expertise. There is no authority to monitor whether the personal secretaries are living up to their responsibilities. Experts thus are of the view that the government should not delay in determining terms of reference along with experience and qualification of personal secretaries prior to their appointment. Kantipur Television completed 15 years of its establishment yesterday. Speaking at a special function organized to mark the 15th anniversary, the chairman and managing director of Kantipur Media Group, Kailash Siroia, expressed happiness in observing that the upcoming days were going to be more fulfilling and satisfying as Kantipur Television has lived up to its tradition of delivering responsible journalism.
गरौँ न यो देश विकासको लागि समृद्धिको लागि र मलाई विश्वास छ प्रशान्त अर्यालजीको लिडरशिपमा तपाईं हाम्रो न्यूजका साथीहरूले पूर्ण रूपमा त्यो क्यापेबिलिटी राख्नुहुन्छ जहाँ कि यसलाई तपाईहरुले त्यो पोजिसनमा पुर्याउन सक्नुहुन्छ। आजै कान्तिपुर टेलिभिजनले यो देखायो भन्ने हैन कि यो देखायो ओहो अब त यो चीज त हुने भो भन्ने पोजिसनमा पुग्नु पर्यो।
Meanwhile, director of Kantipur Television, Upendra Mahato, said that Kantipur Television could play an instrumental role in inspiring the young generation towards nation building and prosperity.
देश धनी हुनुपर्छ, देश धनी भयो भने म धनी भइहाल्छु र देश धनी बनाउनको लागि तपाई हामीले नै गर्न सक्छौं, तपाई हामी नै बनाउन सक्छौं भन्ने विश्वास पनि भइसकेको छ। त्यसकारण जसरी सधैं कान्तिपुर टिभी, कान्तिपुर पब्लिकेसन सबै कुरामा ठूलो जिम्मेवारीका साथ म पहिलो लिडरशिपको रूप लिनुपर्छ, पहिलो नम्बरमा आउनुपर्छ।
During the function yesterday, Dheeraj Jung Saha was awarded with the Chairman's Excellence Award. Likewise, Kantipur Television honored 9 of its employees for their outstanding performance. The Reporter of the Year was awarded to Dasrat Rai, news anchor to Nimesh Banjare, district correspondent to Upendra Thakur, Praveen Karki from Engineering Department, Sujita Shrestha for program presenter, Babu Raja Maharjan for visual editor, Siris Kesi from the marketing department, graphic designer Neeraj Thapalia and Raju Karki from the administration were recognized for their outstanding performance. And moving on, yesterday we had asked the residents of Kavre and Bhaktapur what they think should be done to stop flooding in urban areas. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
ग्राभल वारहरु जस्तै लगाएर त्यसको फोहोरहरु यस्तो खोलामा नफालिकन त्यस्तै गर्दै भने सबै राम्रो हुन्छ होला।
यो कोरिडोरमा यो पैसा छ, बजेट आइसकेको छ। अब त्यसमा अब काम हुन सकेको थिएन। त्यो कोरिडोर निर्माण भइदियो भनेदेखि यो लगभग धेरै हुन्थ्यो।
स्थानीय निकाय लगायत तपाईको चाहिँ नि राज्यको पनि यसमा आँखा जानुपर्ने,
खोलाहरूलाई पनि अलिक फराकिलो रूपमा चाहिँ गरेर लानु पर्यो।
ढल निकास गर्नुपर्छ है। अनि फोहोरमालालाई जता भयो त्यो फाल्नु भएन।
खोला नै राम्रोसँग अलि फराकिलो गरेर अब ढल राम्रोसँग राख्दियो भनेदेखि राम्रो नै हुन्थ्यो।
खोलाको छेउछेउमा अग्लो वाल लगाउनु पर्छ।
पुण्यमाटाको खोला चाहिँ पहिलेको नक्सा कायम गरेर वाल लगाइदियो, पर ढुङ्गाको वाल लगाइदियो भने अलि जनतालाई दुःख हुने थियो।
प्लास्टिकको नियन्त्रण गर्नु पर्यो।
खोलाको भाग जति थियो त्यति छोड्दे, केही पनि गर्नुपर्ने जरुरतै छैन।
And now time for international update. A suicide bomber killed at least 128 people at a campaign rally in southwestern Pakistan, the deadliest attack in the country since 2014. A local candidate was among the dead in the Mastung town, Pakistan police reported. More than 150 people were injured in Mastung in the incident. So-called Islamic State IS claimed the attack. Earlier, a bomb attack on a similar rally in the northern town of Banu killed 4 people. The attacks come ahead of general elections on 25th of July. Among those killed was Balochistan Provincial Assembly candidate Siraj Raisani, his family said. He was a candidate for the Balochistan Awami Party. Meanwhile, former PM Nawaz Sharif was arrested after flying home from the UK. Sharif and his daughter Mariam were taken into custody by officials from the National Accountability Bureau after landing in the northern city of Lahore. They were then put on a chartered plane bound for Pakistan's capital Islamabad. They were later transferred to a local prison. The 3-term PM was ousted last year after a corruption investigation. Last week, he was sentenced in absentia to 10 years in prison. He has accused Pakistan's powerful security establishment of conspiring against him ahead of the elections. It's now time for a segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, what should be the criteria for the appointment of private and personal secretaries of ministers? And options are option A, capable, option B, accountable. The voting for that question is on. Type NAWS, select your option A or B and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And now time for a sports update.
Sports News.
If any player has left the most telling impression at the FIFA World Cup 2018, it's Frenchman Kylian Mbappe. The 19-year-old Mbappe not only became the youngest footballer to score at the World Cup stage, but has stunned the football fraternity with his skill and speed. The young striker's caliber can be very well judged by the 2 goals he scored against Argentina and his debut goal against Peru. Mbappe's performance has been instrumental in guiding France to the grand finale on Sunday. Mbappe comes from a sporting family, as his dad is a football agent while mum is a former handball player. Mbappe was a huge fan of Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo from a tender age. He had debuted for the French national team in 2017 and had also featured in under-17 and under-19 tournament. Mbappe's first professional football club was Monaco, representing the French side in December 2015. However, he had to wait for 3 months to score his debut goal, which came in February 2016. Mbappe had signed a contract with Monaco till 2019, but was loaned to Paris Saint-Germain in 2017. The contract amount was £145 million and additional £25 million, making him the second most expensive footballer behind Neymar. Mbappe has stunned the entire football world with his speed and guile at the ongoing Football World Cup 2018. His speed was measured at an astonishing 38 km/h with 3 goals to his name. It's only understandable at the moment that many top clubs will vie to sign Mbappe in their squad. Meanwhile, a festive atmosphere has gripped the whole of Croatia following their maiden entry into the World Cup 2018. Into the final of World Cup 2018, the Croatian ministers have donned the national football jersey while attending the cabinet meeting yesterday. All the Croatian ministers were seen in national jerseys in honor of the football team, which had done the country proud by storming into the finals at the expense of England. Croatian President Kolinda Mitrovic was seen in national football jersey in the stadium itself during the semi-final match against England. Talking to reporters on her way to attending NATO meetings, she claimed that Croatia would lift the title tomorrow.
It was constructive, and I think that this will be a successful summit. Thank you, and we will win on Sunday.
Croatia were defeated by France in the semi-finals of the 1998 World Cup. Come Sunday, Croatia will have a big opportunity to avenge that defeat 20 years ago to put their name ingrained in the Jules Rimet trophy. And Belgium and England are set for the third-place playoff at the Russia World Cup today. The match will take place at the St. Petersburg Stadium and will kick off at 7:45 p.m. Nepal time. Despite being dubbed the Golden Generation Boys and a top favourites for the World Cup this time, Belgium were denied a place in the finals by France, which clicked the best form at the right time. Likewise, England had also reached the round of Final Four after 28 years, however was stunned by Croatia with this extra time goal. England and Belgium were in the same group, where Belgium had clinched a 1-0 win over England. Because both the teams had ensured its place in the knockout stages, they had rested their key players, making a total of 17 substitutions. This is the first time in 16 years that 2 teams are meeting twice in the same World Cup. Prior to this, Turkey and Brazil had faced each other twice in FIFA World Cup 2002. Both managers Southgate and Roberto Martinez have said their side want to wrap up the World Cup with a win, and that today's win is more than just for their pride. However, getting a spot in the Final Four in itself can be considered a remarkable achievement for both the teams, as the last time England had reached the semi-finals of the World Cup was 28 years ago, while Belgium had managed to get through to semi-finals in 1986. Today's third-place playoff might also be the decider for the Golden Boot winner, should English captain Harry Kane, who already is the top scorer of the tournament, managed to add more goals to his account. Kane has so far scored 6 goals. Romelu Lukaku, however, is sure to pose threat to Kane's Golden Boot thrive, as Lukaku himself is a contender with 4 goals in the tournament so far. The grand finale of a FIFA World Cup 2018 that has given football fans across the world major surprises from the very beginning will be played tomorrow in Moscow's Luzhniki Stadium at 8:45 p.m. Nepal time. And here's a look at the top stories one more time. Ganga Maya Adhikari breaks a hunger strike after 14 days following government assurance. Medical sector puts pressure on the government to address Dr. Keshi's demands. Questions raised over caliber of private and personal aids of ministers as the atrocities on the rise in recent time. A suicide bomber kills at least 128 people at a campaign rally in southwestern Pakistan. Ousted former Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif arrested after flying home from the UK. And French striker Mbappe becomes the toast of the football world with his speed and guile. Croatian cabinet dons national jersey in tribute of the team. And those were our latest headlines. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 a.m. Stay with Kantipur TV SD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.